they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best because I am. It's noted in keeping. I run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on. Smash. Put in the.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Tackle. You go tackle. Get hot!
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Draw play, Elliott. Oh, what a move. And he is tackled inside the 49. 35, 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
21.
There for the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 35 on second down, Garoppolo. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession.
64, weak, 10, check 24.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up third and goal.
21, 21.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Zerline's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Here we go. Ready? Watch the run.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check 53. Jim. Watch the safety creep. 21. He's got to double up. Check.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Recon, 132 fighter. Watch the ship. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Check safety, check 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From a yard out, and the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run.
Hey, Team 6, Team 6. Mike 51, Mike 51.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz looking deep for his tight end Ertz. Trying for the tight end Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Come to me, it's me. Hey, check Mike 47, check Mike 47.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
Here we go.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Garoppolo. Picked off at the 36. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Here we go. 120. Hey, watch the slant.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And got his man complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Elliott running right. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Here we go. 180.
I got you, boy. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
The 1st down carry by Elliott. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
180. Check 9. 13.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Go. Shit.
Topper.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On first down, it's Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
What we got?
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A final shot before half for Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Another run here with Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Hey, let's go. Come. Bring it. 14, 82, 14. Go.
51.
Hey, Zoom.
Let's go one.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Garoppolo, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
At the 3-yard line.
57 Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1.
Get ready.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their... Okay, because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Elliott, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, gun.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up
and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Go, Mike. Here we go. Back man. 180. Hey, 57. 57. Hey, let's go.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
On 1st down, Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Take a seat. You can't stop me.
Kill.
51's the mic.
Here, sit.
51's the mic.
Let's go, D. 82.
51 Mike. Mike 51. I don't even know why this team should.
Man 5-7.
Check 13.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Gerald McCoy. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have